Alright, I'm excited for this episode. If you guys need a recap, here's what happened in the last episode when we were with the berries. Um, so the twins are now young adults. They moved into their own apartment, so that is what we're currently doing. They had to live in a fixer-upper apartment, and they don't have a lot of money. And I think their apartment reflects that because we really needed this cupcake machine to get Phoenix's skill up. So, what had happened was the twins moved out into their own apartment. Willow and Fletcher, their parents, moved back into Willow's childhood home in the city. So they live like literally down the street from each other because Olivia passed away last episode. Olivia is one of Willow's sisters, and uh, another sister of Willow is Ophelia. Ophelia and Olivia were twins, and Olivia passed away. So, they are currently going to their first day on the job in the criminal mastermind. So, since Olivia passed away, there's still three younger siblings at home that Willow's parents had when Willow moved out. Um, so they decided to move back in with their Willow's younger siblings, and they're taking care of them. So fast forward to who we went on a date with. We're currently on a date with our love interest, but um not like serious love interest. It's more like a friends with benefits type thing. And if you remember last episode, he is a vampire. Yes, he is. He sure is a vampire. And I'm excited for that. So, my goal for this episode is to have him become woohoo partners with me. Like I said, friends with benefits. Because I feel like Grayson was a very family oriented person. Grayson was Willow's dad, our Grey Generation heir. He had a one night stand, but his one night stand became his true love, which turned into having Willow, and Willow meeting Fletcher and staying with Fletcher even though they had a very problematic relationship. So, and by the way, we're at the park. Here's Emmett. We're gonna try to make more enemies for our aspiration, our public enemy aspiration. But since all that trauma happened in past relationships in the previous gen, I don't feel like Phoenix or even Alana, her twin, would want a committed relationship. I imagine them being single, independent women. But since this is a legacy challenge, we do have to have the next gen, which I'm excited for because I'm getting the itch to have a baby because I'm bored in Sims. And I don't know about you, but I saw a current TikTok where it's like every time I'm bored, every time I'm bored in Sims, I got tongue twisted, I choose to have another child, and playing legacy challenges has revamped my love for The Sims. We are currently trying to make enemies, but he is liking um my malicious interactions. So we invited our love interest. Here he is, Keenan. Hi Keenan. You are our new love interest. Um so we're in the club, this new club in the new city that came with the love struck pack, and we're gonna try for a baby in the closet. And this is actually our first ever woo. So take out the candles, take them out. We're celebrating, we're wooing for the first time. So, like I said, I don't imagine Phoenix or Alana having committed relationships, but they are. Keenan and Phoenix are really, really, really good friends. So this is friends with the benefits at its finest. If we are pregnant with babies, do I think that he will be an active father? I don't know. Do you want him to be an active father? I would love to hear your input. So let me know what we should do with Keenan. Keenan is now possibly gonna be the father of our children. And I say children because part of the challenge is to have a set of twins that I will cheat because I am allowed to according to the challenge rules. So we're gonna give him an apartment key. We're gonna keep him in our lives. We're like, that was a really good time. That was one of the best multiple dates Phoenix has ever had in her life. Also, kind of her only relationship because she was kind of on and off involved with these people from high school, but they didn't last. Um, Keenan was also one of the people she was on and off with in high school, but then he's a little bit older than her, so they took a little bit of a break while she was becoming a young adult. But yeah, so they're clearly best friends, but there is also clearly no romantic interest between them, especially after a woohoo. They have no pink bar whatsoever. So that is done. Mission accomplished. For this time now, we have to go and see if we are pregnant with some twinsies. Um, now we're gonna head home. I'm pretty sure Phoenix would want to tell Alana of everything that just happened. Alana and Phoenix are very, very close. And even though they had their differences, because they do argue a lot, because they are both evil, they are both menaces to society. So we are back at home, and Alana is in her bedroom. It's kind of funny to see their apartment because I want to decorate it way more than I have the funds to at the time. And this is really practicing my patience because I always cheat my funds, especially when I'm not doing a challenge. But I'm not doing that this time around. So Phoenix is telling Alana about the date that she went on. I imagine her saying like, "Yeah, he's really cute. It's Keenan from high school. Remember Keenan? We kind of had a thing. And then we took a break because he graduated and we were still in high school. And yeah, we kind of slept together in the club closet. And then she was like, what?" And that is the end of the story. And they're busy working adults. So with that being said, they have to head to bed, and they just had to spill the tea before going to bed. So now I'm gonna put everyone to bed, and I don't know why I recently decided to play like this, but to make it more realistic, I don't take the pregnancy test right away because in reality, you don't know, you don't feel the symptoms right away most of the time. So, because of that, I didn't have Phoenix take a pregnancy test at first. Oh, and if you remember, that is our cat, our orange gen cat, Cajun. We took him with us when we moved out, but it's the next morning after um getting a good night's sleep, and we are gonna make some breakfast, get ready, uh, step on some dust bunnies because we can't afford a vacuum, and I have these CC jeans that I cannot find in my CC folder, and for some reason there's a glitch where every sim woman in this game has to take a shower or a bath with these jeans on. So if anyone knows what these jean names are, please let me know. And also, currently, we do not have a couch because I had to fit the cupcake machine in the kitchen slash kind of halfway into the living room, and it kind of fits them. It's like I imagine they sold their past couch in order to have the funds to uh, get this cupcake baking machine for Phoenix's big dreams of just baking. It's how she lessens anxiety, and it's her hobby. It's her hobby. And when we for a while, Keenan did not want to woohoo while we were at the club last night. So that was another guy I hit on. And I found out some very disturbing news about them. If you remember, if you have been paying attention to my previous videos, you probably um, remember faster than what I did at the current moment when I was playing. But the guy we actually hit on last night, the guy that called us that I denied, uh, is actually family. It is our literal uncle-in-law because that is Juliet's husband that I tried to hit on uh, at the club, and I didn't even know. I did not know. Um, but anyway, we are going to finish getting ready for the day, and I think we are going to go back home, visit our parents to see how they're holding up, moving in into their new slash old home, moving back home. To think about that in real life, that must have been really weird. If something like that happened in real life where your parents are passed away, but then you move back into your childhood home, but they're no longer there, but you live there now. I don't imagine I wouldn't know how to feel, cause that is a roller coaster ride of craziness. And if you look around the house, everything is still here, from Grayson's um, exercise equipment to Sandra's music awards. We're just catching up with her mom. We're not gonna tell her the news about we could possibly be pregnant at this time. Phoenix hasn't still hasn't taken the pregnancy test, but yeah, there's Sandra's awards on the shelves. There's their wedding certificate on the wall. There's all the kids' babies prints on the walls too. So Willow's, Ophelia, and Olivia, and Juliet. And the only one who currently doesn't have their prints on the walls are the kids that were born after Willow moved out. But through all this growing up, Juliet, Olivia, and Ophelia and Willow were all close knit. And then when Phoenix was pregnant, or not Phoenix, when Willow was pregnant with Phoenix and Alana, Sandra was also had a baby. Eric. Eric was the first baby to be had. And then they had two more babies after that. So there was a lot of babies to be had after Willow moved out. They definitely did not want to be empty nesters at all. And they lived long lives because they both had the um, workout aspirations. So they had uh, like triple the days a normal elder son has. So that was crazy. And honestly, if I were to miss a Sims family the most, it was probably them. They were very secure, structured, like loving family who always hanged out with one another, and it honestly reminds me of my real life currently of how my family is. But yeah, I just, it's my favorite way to play the game, and I'm definitely pushing my um being open to different ways that I play, especially playing these challenges for so long. Um, so it's amazing that to be so invested with the family. And with that, we are just, this was the room we always had hung out in because it had the big movie stage. It had so we watched movies here every Sunday, and someone leveled up their comedy skill. It was Phoenix, but go her. Maybe she likes comedy too. But this is the room we always hung out with, and when the kids were little, playing music. Sandra always played music to the kids in this room, mostly to level up her career because she also maxed out her entertainment career like Willow, and to follow in her mom's footsteps after a change of heart in her career and not wanting to be in the medical field anymore. But there is Olivia. She also no longer has her hair because I had to unfortunately get rid of some hairs after the updates, but yeah, this is their family. They had a lot of kids. There's Juliet, and that's when I realized that we were hitting on Juliet's husband in the club slash bar. I cannot believe I tried to get Phoenix to have babies with Juliet's husband, literally our uncle. Literally, I was disgusted. That's how you know this generation is getting long, getting big. There's so many families. There's a lot of kids, a lot of cousins, and it's hard to keep track sometimes. Juliet and this dude had a lot of kids together, and I didn't even know till like they have like 3 kids, and one from a different marriage. It looks like a half sibling. Maybe Juliet married him and he already had a kid, but that is wild to me that she's thinking about baby. She's feeling a little sick. We are definitely gonna take a pregnancy test when we get home. And with that, I missed it in the recording. And Phoenix is eating 4-2, which is technically 3 because I'm gonna cheat the twins right now. So I don't think this is where you do it. So she is pregnant with one male baby. I checked it before, and we're gonna honestly, I don't know. We had 2 sets of twin girls in this challenge already. So I just think I'm gonna keep the male baby and just add one female. And I wish I can randomize it and be like, just give me twins, but I already knew that boy baby was there, and I don't want to get rid of him. It'll be very cute to have boy girl twins. So with that, Phoenix came out of the bathroom and told Alana the news and that she's expecting, and Alana is actually very supportive and excited to have little babies running around this apartment. It is definitely gonna be a tight fit for sure, but it's gonna have a lot of excitement and love and noise. And speaking of noise, we have rowdy neighbors. So what does this mean for us? It means we can possibly make new enemies. Open the door. I want to fight you. Open the door. I want to fight you. I want to make enemies. Uh, for a while, I was keeping Alana and Phoenix on the same track, but it was just a lot, and it was repetitive, doing the same aspirations for both of them. So, with that being said, if you haven't already figured out, Phoenix is our next generation. And unfortunately, it's not letting us in. No neighbors are coming out. Can we visit? I think I'm gonna try to visit to see if we can make ruckus in their own apartment. But um, let's see if we can take Alana with us. To maybe make issues. No, we're not gonna take Alana with us. But I think it glitched out on me because the apartment was actually empty. We're in the same room, but I think the neighbors that live in the apartment are actually in the elevator right. I love Phoenix thinking about babies. Sorry, that's so um that was off topic moment, but I've been excited for the pink generation since I decided to do this challenge. The pink generation is actually what inspired me to do this challenge. Because the pink generation works in the business career because they think that their mom works in the business career, but actually it's the crime career and they're crime lords. And but yeah, but in reality they want to be a romance writer. But with that being said, yes, argue with her. Let me know if you want another female gen for pink or a male gen. We haven't had a male heir since Grayson, our gray gen, and Flynn, our red gen. So, yeah, let me know what you think. And I want to be this girl's enemy so bad. And poor little baby that I'm traumatizing, that might be her kid. I'm just arguing with her in front of that poor little baby. But he's trying to crawl. Oh, he crawled back into his apartment. He's like, I am not dealing with this. Um, yes, let's make enemies. Don't fight her though. You're pregnant. You don't want to hurt the baby. But yeah. With that, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you are excited for the pink gem as I am. I'm excited to have new babies in this generation, and I'm excited that they can possibly be vampires. I really hope we have at least one vampire baby to have. And just to let you know, if it does come down to one vampire baby, I think they should officially be the heir. What do you think? And just think about it. A vampire romance writer who also works in business. Honestly, she'll probably suck the blood of all her corporates because she needs to eat. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one, and we will have some vampire twins. Bye!